Welcome back, generals, to another Let's Fix Generals 0 Hour to make the best game ever. Good, so let's see what do we have here. Oof. We have a bunch of spams here from Community Outpost. Let me close that. Okay, so this one, yeah, okay. Remove headless check with replay simulation PR. Okay. Okay. Huh. You deleted your one check. Okay. Global data, headless. Okay. Okay, so it. Okay, but he won't be able to get rid of other 3D scene null checks. Okay. Let me check this. I wonder why he didn't just put it here at the front. This check, like if headless return. Why does he have to get the parent drawable and check that or that? I don't understand that. Pasture set will be gone in next PR. Okay, that's good. Mouse has some small functionality that's required in headless mode to prevent crashes. Okay. 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 I looked into it. It doesn't really make sense because there are so many callers. Okay. Checks cannot really be simplified. Okay. Let me see. Ah, Jesus. Terrain visual. Terrain visual. So most of these new M3DC null checks will not be avoided in the future. Okay, I do like that he put the headless check here at the top of these guys. Here he didn't. This one looks okay as well. Yeah. This one looks okay. This one looks okay. I mean, it's not too many new tests that is added here. So it's not too bad, I guess. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's not so much. Okay. They need help replicating these two journals. Okay. Let's see what's next. Fix infinite loop. I think we can merge that. Yeah. Why not end this IT? If not, this continue. If not update, then delete. Otherwise, continues. Actually, it could be simplified even further by doing if this and no, yeah. If this and this update equals false, and then delete it. But this is fine. That's fine. That's fine. So these three lines could be removed by just checking for this here in this check before calling update, right? Yeah. But it's okay. Is it properly replicated? Let me double check. Close this. Yes. Okay. Okay. What do we have here? It's out of sync. These are. Yeah. You can simplify this to if this equals that, I wanna, instead of assigning many winners for the past with sufficient, I'll just assign a single parent transition group. That might be. No comp set of what screen they are linked with. Only the transition windows and transitions within the group know what screen they are acting on. Some screens make use of multiple transition groups as well. So it's not always one-to-one. The score screen is one of the few that only uses a single transition group, but it has the most transition windows. Okay. Okay, let me see. Add transition or remove. Clear transition windows. May I suggest to call this register transition window, unregister transition window. Perhaps call these, reason being we are not register, add, remove. Yeah, register is also not a good name, right? Link, unlink. Add transition window, remove transition window. Link, add link. Link. Link, unlink. Because we're not adding something to, it's a window, right? Game window. Yeah. Because we're not really adding anything to the game window. It is not doing anything with it. It just keeps this link. Yeah. And then the other could be called unlink all transition window. Then the other function can be called unlink all transition windows accordingly. Okay, but otherwise looks good. Clean up, win. Okay. Yeah. Push back. That can be simplified. He didn't change it. Move transition window. Pop back, yeah. Back. Pop back, yeah. This actually can be simplified to can simplify to that back and then clean up this transition windows, clean up this. Redundant tests. Clear transition windows. Perhaps clear memory. Perhaps clear. No, we don't need to clear transition. What is this? Is this game window? I think it's fine. Remove transition window. redundant tests. Oh, this diff is outdated. What? Clear transition windows. Clear transition. Clear transition. Clean up. What is that? Clean up. What is this clean up function? Clean up. I suggest call this unlink. Hold on. Here, game window, he added add transition window. Link transition window. Then here I would call this. I would call this here. Where is it? Where are we? Here. Let's just call this unlink game window. Clean up. Add transition window. Pushback redundant. Here, I wonder, erase. So it searches through remove transition window. Right. So this is a code path that is not really hit, right? In practice, it's not hit. Why not do plus plus here? For loop. This could be a for loop here. I guess it's fine because plus plus it. Yeah, I mean it's correct, but yeah, it's yeah. Um, it's kind of stupid that it sets these things to null here. Okay. Yeah. Um, perhaps, I guess it's fine. I would have probably moved it here close to the assignment. Yeah, but then there's this here. Yeah, it's probably fine here. Can simplify to if it equals that. I think we need a function wrapper find and erase in a container. Yeah. This is a very common thing that one does. Find something in a vector, erase it. Right? Oh. If you want to make it extra efficient, if you want to make this erase extra efficient, then you can swap this element with the last element, and then pop back. Yeah. So erasing from somewhere in the middle or the beginning means that all the elements behind will have to be mem moved back, right, forward, to the front. But in an unordered vector, and this one is unordered, the order doesn't matter of the transition windows inside, then you can just swap this element that you want to erase with the last element and then pop back the last. This way you don't need to move anything, and it's more efficient. Okay. Okay. Well, it's a lot of comments. Submit comments. It's quite some work here on this thing. Should be good now. Well, sorry, but I have a bunch more comments. Mola is trying. It's trying to get it done, but I have an infinite amount of supply of review comments. I can review for eternity. Yeah. But I hope that maybe I mean to me, like, my review comments look very reasonable, right? Like this renaming, for example, because this is how I would have named it, like with linking instead of adding or removing, link unlink, right? Here I would have written it like this with back, right? To have this one line instead of two lines. And I would have removed the redundant tests here because they're not necessary. Here, this, simplify that. And yeah, this one is just bonus. It's not a big deal. Yeah. Poor guys. I get so many comments. Okay. Sad smiley. Yeah. I got the diff with that. There are quite a few conflicts with generals. Okay. Then let's see what's next in line. This one. Right now, orbit to target laser radius is not included in CSC. Yes, which means that its values are not correct after loading a game. Which means that its values are not correct after loading a game. You fix that by copying the values every frame. Huh? I no, this is not correct. This is not correct. the laser radius from laser updates, the laser radius updates from laser updates is copied in the post load, what is the name? Load post process. Load post process, is that a correct name? Yeah. The laser radius update from laser update is copied in the load post process function. This is called just once after load, after save load. The game save load. Let's say after X for load. X for load. This is necessary because original game files. This is necessary because original game saves will record the laser radius there in there this way. If you set if you compile with retail compatibility X for save 0, or let's say when compiling with retail compatibility X for save 0, then it will do what you then this code does what you suggest, but it does not happen in CSC. It happens in Xfer. Okay, I hope I wrote this accurately. Okay. Here, let's update. There we go. Let me show this here once more so that we can see it there. So here, particle uplink cannon. Let me open this. Here. So here, this is the xfer function. And when xfer save retail compatible xfer save, that's the name. Retail compatible xfer save. Then it uses a legacy version, and then this won't happen. If this one is set to 0, then it goes here, and then it will load. It will save and load this. And if this is 1, which is the current default, then it will go in here. It's not included, which means that its value are not correct after loading again. Stop the copying, just add. I think the implementation is correct. It's probably doing what he suggests, if I understand him correctly. It is not yet catered toward headless, simply because headless is not a thing. But it could be like we could say, okay, if the game runs in headless, then we force current version 4, right? And this would need some changing then here, I think. Yeah, so this would need to say if headless, then it shouldn't run this code, right? Yeah. And here, if headless, then current version should be forced to 4. But we are not really, our headless is meant to playback replays. It's not meant to save load. So I don't think we even care at this moment. So I don't think that's an issue. I think it's fine. I think it's totally fine. Okay, let's see what's next. Oh, Maula has looked at the new comments. Let's see. Hopefully he's not mad. Oh no, he puts thumbs ups. Okay, so he's not mad. That's cool. Okay. Yeah. Well, the performance tricks. Oh, there he is. Yeah. Yeah. If you have an ordered array, then obviously you cannot do this trick, right? Because then you break the order. But yeah, for unordered you can do this. Yeah. Okay, then we can also merge this one here. This one is milestone stability and labels fix minor general 0 hour stability. Let me look at it once more. Oh, we already looked. Okay, then it's fine. Good, then I will merge this as well. Good. Confirm squash and merge. Okay. Then what's the next? I think next. Let me go here. Pull rebase. Fetch and prune. Okay. Delete. Okay, so here. Let's say go, go, go. Okay. Okay, so regarding the alt-tab crash, so I guess we don't have anyone that can test it on Windows XP. So Alien Droid 1 has mentioned that there's still a problem here. Windows plus Shift plus arrow key. Move window to different monitor. Selector doesn't match this alt-tab. If you move the game to a different monitor, it moves back on alt-tab. It moves back. It moves back on alt-tab. I've looked in the world and think probably better to merge this and fix the window location bug separately because the double reset method is overkill and it still doesn't make it work correctly on the second monitor unless both monitors have the same resolution. Okay. Okay, so there is still some issue. But the problem I cannot test this, so I cannot really say. I can only say that from my point of view, this thing was fine. Fix window location bug separately. Will you be able to fix this? Unfortunately, I cannot test this here because I only have one monitor. Yeah, I guess we can wait a bit more and see if someone with Windows XP turns up. But yeah, I don't know if anyone will turn up. It's a unicorn, and yeah, I guess it doesn't matter much. Yeah, there's 0.001% of players, maybe less. Maybe there are 3 players on this whole planet who play the game on Windows XP in the last year. Yeah. Yeah, maybe more, maybe 10. Let's say 10 players in the world. I would be shocked if it was more. What do I know? I mean, It could be, right? But it seems very unlikely. Very unlikely. Because the problem is with Windows XP, if you go once anywhere in the internet with Windows XP, you immediately have a virus on your machine. So so if someone uses Windows XP, then only if they stay offline, right? Single player, disconnect from internet, then they're good to go. Yeah, but yeah, as soon as they open any web page, google.com, boom, virus, right? So need to be very careful. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Good. Next, I would like to. There's an infamous crash with. Let me go to the assembly armada time. Pull request opened. Fix mem set size. Size off. Okay, what is this? Update candidate list. What is that? Update candidate list. Memset. Memset. Buffer size. Candidate list. Candidate list buffer. Buffer. New candidate list. Candidate list. Where does it allocate a candidate list? New candidate list. Okay, that's not a thing here. Okay, Thyme code looks very different to this thing. Very different. EMM get candidate list count A. What? Is there any mem set here? Buffer size char new char. Yeah. Okay, so this is different here. It created a candidate list, but here it allocates char, and then it just reinterpret casted buffer. Oh my gosh. Okay. I see. I think we can. I think we can just close these pull requests one after another, right? Yeah. Yeah, we go through all the fixes that I proposed to Thyme. And we just check if there are a problem. We just check if there are a problem in the original game, and then we just close them here. Right. Fix issue. Point in triangle. Point in triangle 2D. Let's see. Oof. Point in triangle. Here. P2, P0. It even got the same name. Look at that. How did they get the name right? Okay, I'm a bit impressed by... I'm impressed that the names are identical here. How did that happen? How did that happen? Okay, interesting. Yeah, so it's P2, P0 here. Yeah, okay, we keep this open here for now. Delete copy constructors from memory. Delete copy constructors. Not copyable. What is this for? Delete copy constructors from classes memory allocations. Add these functions to set classes, introducing a class. I think this is just something that can be done later. Yeah. Unique ID, polygon trigger radius. It's static assets to X file. It's static. Add static asserts to Xfer to invoke extra caution. Okay. Fix unsafe string operation. So this one is something that we can probably replicate. Optimize, reuse common code, update. Fix game crash, this one. Refactor condition test and shadow. Fix. Okay. Fix DirectX tests. Fix DirectX tests. Fix math bug. Okay, let's take a look at these guys here. This one is a more involved, but this one is probably easy to do. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. So I think this should be easy fix then, right? Get slots. Get slots. Let me search for buffer manager. There we go. Okay. Get slots. This one. Okay, there we go. There is an assert here, allocating 2 large vertex buffer slot. Oof, round size. Okay. What is this doing? Okay, so this is this. 32 minus 1. Okay. Divided 32 minus 1. Okay, 5. Jesus Christ. Max VB sizes. Max VB size. Max VB. Oh, I see this is wrong here. Should be IB. Huh? This says IB. This says VB. Huh? What is happening here? So this one uses IB. Get slot in size. That one uses IB. Get slot. This one. Okay, there's an error here in time with IB sizes. Yeah. Okay. Good. So here's the assert crash, and then here it goes out of bounds. Yeah. VB slot is not. If VB slot is not null. Oh. So it assigns here in the if statement, and then it checks against 0. Let me search for this, if there are more like this. Yeah, these two. Yeah, okay. Let me rename this to null to make it clear that this is null. Yeah. Let me check if there's any like comparison against null. No, just these two. Okay. Okay. Fair enough. Good. So get slots. So what we do is we take this guy, put it here, put it here, this here. There we go. And we do Spikers at bug fix. Protect against indexing slots beyond the max size. This will happen when a mesh is too complex to draw shadows with. Yeah, okay. Size index. Larger equal, return. I think we, well, either we return null. Return null, or we return this guy. I think this is fine. Yeah. And let's find the other get slots. Get slots. Here. And we have this one. And we say IB. Okay. And then this line here should also go away, and just like that, it's safe. Yeah. Okay. IB size. It's too complicated to share this with. And so the other one, this one, allocate slot storage. Allocate slot storage. Allocate slot storage. Assert crash. No more IB slots. It is weird though here. Okay, it doesn't. Okay, what is this here? It says Nore more IB slots. Okay. Yeah. No more IB slots. No more BB slots. Get slot says okay. Okay, but I'm a bit confused about this. So originally what happened here in Thyme, it also tested here, yeah. It tested if this is smaller, okay. Yeah, it looks very similar. Allocate slot storage. No more VB slots. So I'm thinking right now, will there be a crash if this one hits? So here it shouldn't crash because there's a test here, right? But then it increments it here. Ah, it returns. Look at that. It returns. It returns. Okay, so and if it's not, okay, if it doesn't return here, then it keeps on going, right? Then it goes, then it checks this here. Reach it max static VB shadow memory. Max static VB. No more VB slots. Okay, there is no problem here. Yeah, this one is getting exhausted, but no problem. Right? But then we had hit this guy here. Okay, now I'm wondering, like, is this fix even correct? Because it wasn't really crashing here. Right? This one is not crashing. Huh. Yeah, maybe slot. Okay, but here, this one also checks this. This one is also safe. Yeah. But what about this one here? This one. So let's say this one has failed. So this one, this num can be larger than that, than the slots, right? And then it could crash down here, right? I'm surprised that there are no green wiggly lines from Visual Studio under this, because it looks like this is unsafe. This here, eventually. Let me. We have a test map. Yeah. Okay, so we have two functions fixed. Yeah. Let's see. We have a test map where we have enough shadows to crash. Yeah. Otherwise, you could also just artificially lower this. Yeah. Okay, that's interesting. How about we enable debug? We have good. We have debug. Okay, while we wait for this, let's see if we have some new stuff here. Yeah. Should be good now. Okay. Okay, so he has fixed everything, or let's see. Let's see. Link, yeah, unlink. Unlink transition windows. I would have called it all transition windows, because then it's easier to distinguish from this one, but okay, whatever. Unlink game window. Yeah. This one looks wrong here. This looks wrong. This looks wrong. Unlinked transition window. Link transition windows. I don't know what the intent here was. It looks weird. I would expect that there's transition window back. It should call it should look like this here, right? Yeah. Ah, no, I suggested to swap. Ah, no, it's correct. It swaps the last with the back. No. Yeah, IT back. Yeah, it's correct. Yeah. Let me delete that comment. It's correct. Yeah, it's swapping with a back. Right. I was expecting more something like std swap, but yeah, it's just assigning the back. Yeah, pop back. Okay, yeah, it's correct. Yeah, I think it looks good. Yeah. Yeah. There was quite a journey, this change. Yeah. It's good. It was quite a journey. Actually, there's one more thing I noticed just as I was clicking away. Here, could actually forward declare. Could actually forward declare window transition because it is only used with pointers. This one is how does this one know about the game window? Ah, here, it's forward declared. Yeah. Submit review. One more comment. He thought he's done, but there's one more comment. Yeah. Yeah. I think he was a bit too eager here with his response. We have more in store. Yeah. And if he fixes this, I probably find more. I will take a look again. I'll probably find something else that can be improved. Yeah. Good. So we have compiled this one. Good. Then let me launch this thing. Yeah. Good. So solo play, skirmish, unofficial maps, and there we have a map called here, this one, Test Scorpion, Shadow Limit, 513. So this one should hit some nice asserts and crash. When we scroll over it. It's doing something. Oof. It hangs Visual Studio. Okay, very aggressive crash. Yeah. What is happening? Why is it hanging now? Okay. Wow, that's not the cause that I expected. Right. I think the problem is that we didn't actually install. Yeah. Let's run it again. There we go. Okay. Let's go. Good. Skirmish. Run this page. Okay, so there we go. Okay, no more IB slots. Okay, let's click on retry. Yeah. Oops. here. Okay, crash box. There we go. Allocate slot storage. Okay, so it has had this one assert, yeah. And then what happens? Let's go down here. There we go. Okay, so it goes here, yeah. Okay, and it should fail this one, yeah. Oh, it keeps trying. Okay, let's put a breakpoint on here. This one is 21 is smaller than 32. Okay, it goes in here. Okay. Aha, but now it will crash here. See? Yeah. Yeah. How was this intended to work then? IB slot. We are allowing more slots to be allocated. Huh? It's kind of weird that here it added the test, yeah, but then down here it didn't. Why? Why? Didn't find any index buffers with room. Create a new one. Okay, so both code paths, they rely on this upper limit here. Then I think this fix, we need to remove this condition and we need to add the condition here. Yeah. Then we go here. Here. There we go. Max number slots. No more IB slots. Okay. Then we say here, the super hackers at bug fix. Protect against allocating slot storage beyond the max size. This will happen when there are too many meshes in the scenes to draw shadows with. No more IB slots, yeah. Okay, then we can remove this condition here because it will be just redundant. I think we don't need to remove. We don't need to remove the scope. I think we just remove it like this. We are allowing more slots to be allocated. Found enough free space in this index buff. The question is, does it need to do the other things here? Hold on. Okay, slot storage. No, this is just a temporary here. Okay, that's fine. And here as well. Yeah. IP slot PIP. So index buffers, index buffer, index. Here it is changing. Here, reached max static IB shadow jar. Okay, it could also crash here then. No, it cannot because we already have a check here. Never mind. Never mind. So we can leave this here. Yeah. Wait, return null here. Yeah. It's weird that they have test here and they have a test here, but they forgot it here and in the other function as well. That's interesting, right? Yeah. Okay, so we can remove. Do we also want to remove this indentation? Yeah, maybe not. Maybe not. Found enough free space in this index buffer. Create a new one. Yeah. I would say we can remove this, but then this comment is kind of obsolete, right? We're allowing more slots to be allocated. Allowing more slots to be allocated. Yeah, I would say we remove this scope. Yeah. Like this. Yeah. Down here, we could have had the same style with, you know, if it's bigger than this, then return null. But since there already is this check here, then we can just leave it as is. That's fine. Yeah. Okay, I think this will work. Yeah. Then let's find the other function. Allocate slot storage. There's another one. Here, this one. Then we add the same check here. And then we also remove this one. Oh, hold on. The name is different here. There we go. Yeah. And then we remove that. Yeah. Good. Then remove that and that. And we do that. Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah, yeah, yeah. Do we also want to add an author? Can do that. And the date. Today is 18/05/2025. Okay. All right. Okay. Looks good. Then let me double check this once more. So this is the same. This is the same. Yeah. Larger equal. Okay. Yep. Looks good. And size. Oh, there's an additional check here. And size. Oh. Okay. Why is there this check? Okay, that is actually unexpected here. And size. Allocate slot storage. And size. Was this also in time like that? Let me see. Get slot. Get slot. Get slot. Ah, it also had end size here. So if there is a size coming in, end size. Then who's passing a non size? Size. So if this is 0, then what is this? 0 plus 0 plus 31. That's minimum number of vertices. Okay, power of 2. Okay. So I wonder if we should also test for the size thing. Not sure. Get slot. Can we see who's calling this? Polygon count. Yeah. Let's just search for get slot. How about that? Get slots. That finds unrelated shit. Okay, just 2 callers. The vertex count. Polygon count 0. Polygon count could also be 0. Oof. Debug assert crash. This is small, this and size. I think this check is actually also wrong. It should be larger than 0, right? And here we say or size is smaller or equal 0. Get slots. Yeah, let's protect against that. Why not? While we're at it, right? Yeah, whatever. Okay, so size is larger than 0, and here size smaller or equals 0. Returns -1 in case of failure. That's also wrong. Searches through previously allocated vertex buffer slots and returns a matching type. If none found, creates a new slot and adds it to the pool. Returns an integer slot ID. Returns a pointer. Returns a pointer. Returns a pointer. Returns a pointer to the VB slots. Returns null in case of failure. Returns null in case of failure. Okay. Looks like those comments quite a bit outdated. Okay. size. Larger than 0, smaller equals 0. All right. Okay. Okay, I think that is about right. Then let me run this bad boy. So basically what happens with these returns in place, that once the pool is exhausted, then it no longer draws shadows for those objects that cannot allocate from the pool. Right, so we will see one scorpion tanks that will have no shadows, whichever one that will be. So we hit this now, no more IB slots. Click on ignore. Can't allocate index buffer slots for shadow volume. Okay, ignore. And oh, we still get another crash. Oh boy. Get slots. Oh boy. Okay. The debug is crashing. Oh boy. Okay, let me save this this code stack. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, that's stupid. Then how do we do it? Can't allocate. How do we guard against this? If same problem here. So many asserts here. Oh my gosh. Okay, how do we fix this bullshit? I mean, we could check again for this one here if null if null overflowing shadow index. Okay, we can say assert. We can say it must be either null Yeah, so then if it's null, then it would skip this, right? Yeah. Yeah, because then it's already covered here. This should work. No, this is wrong, because then this means this this assert will be hit when we successfully allocate, right? Then this assert is hit. So that's not quite right. Well, we would have to put it in an if. Mm. Yeah, I can't think of another way. I mean, if the problem is, yeah, I think we have to like put an if check here. It will probably be compiled out anyway, right? So it's probably not a big deal. No. No. I think this will work. Yeah. Should be able to remove that. Let's put this in the scope. Yeah, I would have liked to find a way to put the condition in here, but I can't think of a way to do this because I don't know. I think what we can also do is if yeah, I can't think of a way. I don't know. Maybe there's a way. Okay, let's try this again. Okay. There we go. No more IB slots. Ignore. Can't allocate index buffer. Okay. That is this one. Yeah. Ignore. And there we go. Okay. So one of these tanks will not have a shadow, which is this one here. Right? Actually, it's more. It's 3 of these that don't have shadows. Yeah. It's naked. Naked scorpion tank. Look at that. I wonder, is there a case where it frees up again? Like, how do we get shadows on this guy? Then. I mean, there must be a way where... Huh, maybe only if they die? Huh. It's really slow, by the way, when we scroll over here. Look at the frame rate. It's 40 FPS here on my machine. If we go to the corner, it's 270. And here's getting really slow. Yeah. The shadow code is probably not the most efficient. Yeah. Good. You are... Good. The crash is fixed. That's all that matters. Good. Um, okay. Then I think what we can do is we can replicate this change to generals, right? Replicate. There's quite a bit that we actually changed in here. Good. Then let me create a new branch. Fix fix, what is it? Fix W3D buffer manager crash. Okay. Good. So this is this is 0 hour. Fix. How did we call it in 0 hour in here? Fix game crash. Fix crash when a shadow buffer limit is exceeded. Shadow buffer limit in buffer manager is exceeded. Fix crash in when a shadow buffer limit is exceeded. Fix crash in buffer manager when a shadow buffer limit is exceeded. Okay, that works. Good. Then we replicate this change. We go here and we go there and we go here, there, paste, there, okay, and then take this guy, paste, okay, and that applied cleanly. Very nice. Very nice. Replicate generals. Okay. Good. We should probably get a call stack for when we don't have this fix. Let me go to main branch. Let me stop debugging. Let me get let me get a call stack when we get a crash, so we can post that. crash. There we go. Fantastic. Good. And please merge, no review, only merge. Let's put all the smileys. This thing will never be merged. Yeah. Okay. Good. So let's take this description here. Let's put it here. Gen ZH. We also have a issue report for it, right? Buffer, shadow. Here. Critical, yeah. 22, critical. Fixes 22. Fixes 22 relates to this one. We can just copy this text here. The game crashes when a certain 3D shadow limit is exceeded. Has buffer size. Can we test it in map? The game crashes when a 3D shadow limit is exceeded. This change fixes crashing when buffer limits, when different buffer limits are exceeded in W3D buffer manager. Yeah. Call stack. Here. CPP. Call stack for debug crash. For debug asserts crash code stack for when buffer limits is exceeded. Okay, and this relates to this thing here, no? Here. We should take this one here. Yeah, let me take this description. This change fixes game crashes from exceeding the limits of max number slots is exceeded in original game. We're not in the scene. This is just sample test case. So we can also we can link it also to this one. Relates to assembly armada thime. This change fixes game crashes from exceeding the limits of max VBs and max IBs. Did we write this correctly? Max VB sizes, is that correct? Actually, I just realized this one doesn't belong here. Milestone, stability fixes, labels, critical, bug, crash, gen, zh, bug, critical, executable, crash, critical. Do we need any other labels? Bug. You're probably bug, right? Bug, crash. Fix crash in buffer on channel limit is exceeded. This change also fixes a number, also fixes some fixes spelling errors in related strings and EA comments. Also fixes errors in related strings and EA comments, code comments. Related strings and code comments, source code comments. And nearby, let's say. Okay, I think that works. Create pull request. Good. I think we actually did a mistake. Here it says VB slot. And here it actually should say IB slot. not VB slots. Let me fix that. Yeah. So this one uses IB slot, so we should say IB slot here. And the same here, IB slots. Index buffer slot, yeah. Fix comments. There we go. Okay. Nore more. Nore more. Good. I think that is good to go. Good. Yeah. Let's see notifications. So what was my last comment here? Just a rebase and merge conflict fix with main first. Yeah. Good. What about this one here? Do we want to merge this now? Please merge. Let's see. Aha, it did a forward declaration. Yeah, okay. Cool. Game window. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I don't see anything wrong with this anymore. It seems to be fine. It seems to be fine. Yeah. Actually, hold on. This one is missing unlinked game window. Yeah. I think this is missing a call to... We have another comment. I think so, because it's not unlinking here, right? It's just like removing it, but it's not unlinking. So yeah, to me it looks unlink. Hold on. Yeah, unlink. Transition, unlink, transition. No, it doesn't, because hold on, unlink transition windows. Yeah, I'm confused. I'm really confused right now. So here it calls unlinked game window. And here it calls unlinked game window. I see. I think the name of this function is bad. It should be called unlink from transition windows. Yeah, that's why it's so confusing, because you think of this as the same way as this one, unlinked transition window, but it's doing something different. Yeah. Yeah, okay. But it's doing the right thing. It's just the name is a bit confusing. Yeah. Unlink. One more remark. This function name reads very similar to... Okay, but they do different things. How about name this unlink from transition windows? Okay, but logically it seems to be all correct. It's just a name. Like I looked at this and I think, oh, they should do the similar thing, right? Unlinked transition window and unlinked transition windows, meaning it's just plural. It's just doing it for more, but it's different. It unlinks itself, and here it's unlinking. It's unlinking the window from the game window. Yeah. Okay, but otherwise it's probably fine. Yeah. Good. Let me see what Helmut has written here. Okay, sorry, I read the code wrong. All good then. Good. I think I will merge this next session. No need to rush. Good. This is tracked, and I think there's already a pull open for it. Oh wow. Interview with Mark Lorenzen. That's the M. Lorenzen guy that put the indentation. Oh, bam. Oh, wow. I didn't even see yet the interview with the Chris Moniz. We should probably watch these. Maybe we should do it in the next session. We watch together and I can make a reaction video to this. Yeah. He looks old here on the picture. Yeah. Yeah, maybe next session we can watch the interviews. I haven't seen the Chris Moniz one because I was busy all the time. I didn't get time. I think that was 1 hour. I did see it. It's 1 hour. And this one seems to be longer. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we can watch it next session, I would say. Yeah. Maybe. It will be interesting to hear what these people say. Good. Good. I think I will take a break here. Then I wish you a great day or night. Until next time, goodbye.